What's going on, guys? Jacoborth back here with another video of Jacob's Life in Vegas, coming to you guys today with something I want to talk about as we come up on the year 2019. And before I actually jump into it, remember guys, down below there's the top 50 tips list I made that you guys can buy, that I personally made myself to help you guys on your Vegas vacation. When 2019 comes, that price is going to go up. So the link will be down below. Grab that now if you guys want to get it at a discount versus in 2019. Now, speaking of 2019, I want to bring this video out because I usually do a video towards the end of the year, or even sometimes several videos, just talking about like what's going to be coming in the following year for Las Vegas and things like that. And oftentimes I'll do one like about real estate, kind of on the local side. Then I'll do another one like, for tourist things. And I've done it before about, different properties or different attractions, whether it's downtown, on the strip, off the strip, whatever the case is. And usually I have a few things I'll bring up. But this year I was thinking about it going into 2019, and there are a lot of things going on around here. I mean, this may be one of the biggest years of growth for Las Vegas, in any time, well, in any year recently, actually, when you think about it. I'm trying to think of a year when we had more things going on in terms of construction and growth. Now, a lot of these things I'll actually go over with you guys. Actually, to write it all down, there are so many. A lot of these things are actually not even going to come to fruition until, 2020 or maybe even 2021. But right now, there's a lot of growth taking place here in Las Vegas. And there's so much money being poured. I think I wanted to give this some attention and talk about it and hear your guys' thoughts about it. Because, one of the big things going on right now, actually over here, if you go north, is the expansion of the Las Vegas Convention Center. That's I think going to be almost $1 billion expansion. And that is supposed to be ready by 2021 for CES, when that comes to town, in January every single year. So that's supposed to be ready for CES by 2021. I mean, that's a huge project. They're expanding all the convention center space because they're really focusing a lot on business travel here. A lot of business travel has been the main focus of, revenue generation in recent years here in Las Vegas. But obviously, the convention center is a big one. Staying over on the north end, you have the Drew Hotel and you have Resorts World that are both supposed to be ready by 2020. That's going to be huge. I think those are the ones I'm maybe the most excited to see how those pan out, because when those places come in here and there's more competition on that street right behind me, I think that's going to have a major impact on these hotels and how they operate, because now you have more players in the game, which is going to be good for you, the consumer. Now, the other big one, pretty much everyone knows about, if you just head down over that way, is the Raiders Stadium, right? The Las Vegas Raiders. That was almost, I think, a $2 billion project that's under construction right now, that they're working like round the clock to get that thing finished, because it's going to be huge when the Las Vegas Raiders get here. Obviously big for locals who want to support the Raiders and that kind of thing, but it's also going to be big for people from other states who want to come here and watch a football game. So people who live in Ohio or New York or Florida or Texas or whatever, and they want to come and watch their team play here in Las Vegas against the Raiders, that's going to be big for tourism when that thing gets done. Plus, they'll be using it for other kinds of events, hopefully getting like the college football championship there one year. That would be absolutely awesome if they had that. Other events in that stadium are going to be huge as well. So it's another big project we have going on. Let's see, what else do I have done here? Another big one is the MSG Sphere that's going on just actually across the street from behind like the Venetian, the Palazzo. That's going to be huge when that opens here for people who want to see like concerts and music events and things like that. The technology I think is going to be amazing. Right behind the link, right in that same area, actually they're building another shopping outlet over there. So they got another shopping outlet there. They got the MSG Sphere coming to that area as well. Let's see, what else do I have written down here? Also, actually, this is another one. I drove by actually on the way here, and I seen this place under construction. I totally forgot about it, and I have not even heard it mentioned anywhere else. But right on Dean Martin and Tropicana, so on the other side from the strip, on the other side of the 15, was it Tom Place Suites by Marriott? Is a place that was just built there. I mean, it looks like they just finished it. I mean, they just finished it. It's a brand new, nice looking building, but they just like squeezed this like little property like right in there by the freeway on the other side of I-15. So it's Tropicana and Dean Martin. Over there, I'll have to look into that a little more in the future, but I'm like, gosh, I'm driving here thinking of all the things they've built. There's another thing that they just like packed in right there. They found space, they just packed in another property for people to stay at when they're here in town. Now, as we get like off the strip and outside the tourist area a little bit, we also have obviously the baseball stadium being built out in Summerlin for the Las Vegas Aviators, formerly known as the 51s. So we got a stadium being built out there in Summerlin for them. Also, on Main Street, as you're more like downtown, it's kind of right that spot where you'd be like between Fremont Street and like where the Stratosphere ends on Main Street. There's a place coming called the Treehouse, and that's going to be like a bar, lounge, day club. They're gonna have pools there. So there's not a whole lot of like day club and life, and like day club life and day pools and stuff like that in the downtown area. So I'm interested to see how that pans out, because I believe it's supposed to open in April of this coming year. So in a few months, that project should actually be done. If we go back on the strip, over by the Link, or in the Link Promenade area, there's a place called Kind Heaven that's going to be opening up, and that's the one I heard about a little bit, I think, earlier this year, but I've not heard a lot of news since for Kind Heaven. So that's supposed to be, they call it like East meets West in that one, because you're going to be able to. It's supposed to be a huge attraction, the way they have it set up, where you can get to experience a lot of like, East Asian or Southeast Asian like culture, and you actually experience like visually. So I'll try to put an article down below for it for you guys. It's a little hard to explain. Some of these things are doing with technology when it comes to some of these tourist attractions are really just like, it's going to be unique, and it's cool because we're here in Las Vegas and we're going to be on the cutting edge of some of this. Some of this technology are things that are not going to be anywhere else in the world that you can find, like the MSG Sphere. They're going to start here in Las Vegas and then expand to other places. So those are some of the big things we have going on. Let me look and see if I have anything else I missed. Nope, I think pretty much covered it all. Obviously, for those of you here living here locally, real estate's also big too. I mean, when the strip is getting big, when all the tourist stuff is getting big, that's also because the local area here is getting big, and they're gonna have people coming here, people to supply jobs that they need to fill all those jobs to those places. But I mean, 2019, even though there's not going to be a lot of these things I mentioned, a lot of them are not going to be opening in 2019. A lot of them are probably going to be 2020 or 2021. Like 2019 is going to be a year of big growth for Las Vegas, just because all the money coming in right now. And I think it's exciting because there's a lot coming in here. There's a lot that the future is going to hold for this place. I think in a few years we're going to be looking at a very different Las Vegas. Whether it's good or bad, people I guess will determine that with their wallet by how often they choose to come here. But 2019 I think is going to be interesting. It's going to be such a big year where there's not a whole lot to talk about the stuff that's like brand new that year, but the following year, there's a lot going on in the works right now here in Las Vegas. So tell me what you guys think about this, about Las Vegas, expanding and growing and changing so much here, whether it's on the strip or off the strip, whatever you want to say about it, whether it's, trying to get more professional sports teams here, whether it's just building more resorts and casinos, or whatever the case may be. I want to hear what you guys have to say about it. If any of you guys want to support me on Patreon, link down below, you can support me over there. If any of you guys want to talk to me on Clarity, link down below to talk to me on Clarity as well. I've talked to people about a bunch of different things. I've talked to some people about moving here. I talked to someone for an hour the other day about building their YouTube channel. I talked to someone else just for 15 minutes about, cool places to be on the strip for New Year's Eve. So you guys want to talk about any of those kind of things, link down below. You can talk to me on Clarity. Thanks for watching this video, guys. That's it for this one. I'm Jacob. This is My Life in Vegas.